bumped it. Hi Flosstube, it's Jamie from Stitching and Wishing. Welcome back to my channel. It is Monday, April 27th, and I'm in another hotel room. I am currently in Roxborough, North Carolina, which is 30 to 45 minutes north of Raleigh, Durham. I have been here since Friday. I was originally scheduled to go home tomorrow, which is Tuesday, but that ain't gonna happen. The way this job is going, I will be lucky if I am home before next Monday. So luckily I'm an overpacker and so I should have plenty of clothes and supplies, or I don't know, I haven't even checked if this hotel has laundry, but it probably does. They generally do. But before I left my house on Friday, I had this inclination that this job might run over, and I grabbed my stitchmaynia bag, and so I decided I would come on here tonight and share with you my stitchmaynia plans, because that is coming up soon. And I think at least for the first 3 or 4 days I'm probably going to be here, and I'm very, very glad that I grabbed my projects, because I would have been a little bit bummed that I've made some plans and if I wasn't home to be able to keep them. So I'm going to show you my stitchmaynia. This will be my 3rd year participating in stitchmaynia. The last couple years I have done 7 projects, or 7 new starts in the month of May, 1 per week, and then I did a new start for Memorial Day and a new start for my birthday. This year my birthday falls on Memorial Day, May 25th, and so I haven't decided if I want to do multiple new starts, a new start. I don't know what I want to do, but I still have about a month to figure that out, so no rush. But this year I decided that it's 2020 and I want to do more than 5 projects. So I have picked out 20 charts. I'd like to start a new project every day for the first 20 days of May. It was very hard for me to narrow it down to 20. So if I come to day 19 or day 20 and on day 21 I want to start another project, I will. I think by then I'll probably be kind of had enough and work on some whips, but I don't know. There's no rules to stitchmaynia, and so I'm just gonna see what I feel like doing when the time comes. I will say that I have all 20 charts, but they are not fully kitted. So my plan was this past weekend, when I was supposed to be home but ended up being here, I was going to go through my fabric and finish kitting up the fabric for them. And then for flosses, I was just going to pick colors as I went. I have a pretty good stash of DMC, so most of these I was planning to do with DMC, but I don't know. At this point I have a few kitted up, and those are what I'm going to start with this week, and then when I get home we'll figure out the rest. So, and if I don't do 20 new starts, if I don't end up doing 20 new ones, who cares? None of you care, but I'll at least show you the 20 charts that I picked out. But before that, let me show you the whips that I have been working on this week. So I didn't bring as many whips. Let's say for my last video, I showed you the little stitcher birds, and I have forgotten that project for my last 3 trips. So I have made no progress since my last video on that. My original plan in early January was to do 1 bird a month, and that has not happened. I want to get back to it because I love those little birds, but it'll happen when it happens. One of the other things I was working on was the suffragette, and I actually finished that project. I don't have it with me because I left it at home. I haven't posted it on Instagram yet because I wanted to fully finish it before I did that. And my supplies last time I came home didn't show up, so it is not fully finished. So hopefully it will be, or I'll just show it to you in my next video. I don't know what else I was working on. So let me show you what I'm working on now. Oh, I don't have a cover page for this. My first is from Lindy Stitches. It's called Quarantine Valentine. I'll see if I can find a page to put in here. But here's where I am on this. So if you haven't seen it, it says, "My roll face misses your roll face." And then this pattern here will repeat on the other side. I just picked colors and fabric that I had in my stash. I picked kind of this blue and purple mottled fabric because it reminds me of my friend that I'm stitching it for, and I want to finish it for her and surprise her with some mail. So I've been working on that. The second, so I've had a little bit of downtime on this job during the day when I can actually stitch while I'm on site. And I have been working on Lizzie Kate Green last night. So I'd already finished Plant a Tree, and last night I finished Ride a Bike and started the third one, which will be kind to animals. So if you don't remember, this is what it'll look like when it's all done. So I'm on the 3rd of 6, and I'm gonna do the border. So this has been a great project, a great work site project, because it's easy. I can still pay attention to the things around me while I get a couple stitches in. The third thing I've been working on is Sister Suffragette, the little boat. So this was one of my Maynia starts last year, and I've actually changed it up. I changed the fabric and the floss. My original plan when I pulled this out was I thought this would be a really cute little accent piece on my suffragette, but it turns out it's too big for that. So I'll probably make it into a little pin or something. But here's where I am on that. So this is some fabric, I think it's 32 count, that I coffee tea dyed, and I'm stitching it 1/1 with just random colors. These are the same colors that I used on my suffragette. This little V though, so it'll say vote. I'm gonna frog that. You see from the chart, it's charted in kind of a gold. The gold I brought doesn't work on this. It was blending in too much with the fabric. It doesn't look that bad. Oh, excuse me. It was blending in too much, and so I tried this, and I don't like this. It needs to, I think it'll look better if it's a solid color. So, I mean, that's a quick, easy stitch. I am doing it 1/1 on 32 count, so it's taking me a little bit longer because the holes are smaller and it's a little hard to see. But I love that, and that will be hopefully finished before my next video. I have some haul. So I've had some time to kind of scroll through Instagram and see some of the things that people have been working on and some of the new charts that some designers have posted. And I've purchased a couple PDF patterns in the last few days. Yeah, so I apologize. I don't know who posted these first on Instagram. It don't really matter. I think once I start showing them to you, you'll probably know them, because it seems like most of the stitchers follow the other stitchers if you're on Instagram. I'm Stitching and Wishing on Instagram. If you don't follow me, please do so. So this is from Modern Folk Embroidery. It is called Real Comfort, a Jane Austen sampler. So it says, there's nothing like staying at home for real comfort. And I think it's just beautiful. So I kind of can't wait to get that up. And who knows, that might be one of my 21st start on for Stitchmania. The second one I don't have a cover for either. I'll see if I can find a cover and insert it. It is another Modern Folk Embroidery, and somebody on Instagram was stitching it. It was actually a freebie that they had from 2017. It is no longer a freebie available on Modern Folk's website, but I actually messaged them and asked if I could purchase it, and Jacob was nice enough just to email it to me. He said, "There's no need to purchase, here you go." And I love it, and I can't wait to stitch it. I didn't print out the cover page for this one either. So this one is, I'll see if I can insert a picture. It's from Not Forgotten Farm, Give Bees a Chance. And I don't know why. Excuse me. Clearly got up too early this morning. That's the problem with me traveling and being on the road all the time, is I have to be on site at 7 a.m. which means I have to leave here between 6:30 and 6:45 every morning. And then today I was on site, so I got to the site just before 7, and we didn't leave till almost 7:30. It was a long day, so I'm a little bit tired, and I apologize for that. Yawning again, I'm sorry. The fourth pattern that I have purchased is from Fuzzy Fox Designs, which she calls Geometric Rainbow. It's just beautiful. So this does look like it probably has some specialty stitches in it. I think nothing looks hard though. So there's this fringe at the bottom of the rainbow, and all of this is the chart. She gives a lot of direction on how to do that fringe. So if you're interested, I don't think this wasn't expensive. It was less than $5. And there's a little bit of beading and stuff on there too that I don't know if I'll do it or not. I'm not gonna, gosh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm not gonna start it, obviously, this week because I don't have fabric and floss to start any of these, but I love them, and that's my haul. Okay, let's get right into Stitchmania. So 20 starts. I don't have these sorted by like which I'm gonna start first because I don't know. It's just gonna be a whim, and I'm gonna start what I feel like starting and what I can get up quickly. The first is, I know you've seen this, it's the new market release from With a Needle and Thread. Sorry, got a phone call, but that was my husband just calling to say goodnight because we should all be going to bed and not filming Flosstube videos. But he found my Flosstube channel a week or so ago. So, yeah. It's fine. Back to it. Okay. The first I have is With a Needle and Thread, Star Spangled Spectacular. Love that one. Next is another The Needle and Thread, The Berry Keeper. Heartstring Samplery, the Piece Band Sampler. I don't know, I just love this one. The Scarlet House, the Queen's Garden. Plum Straight Samplers, what's this called? Gathering Honey. With Thy Needle and Thread, Paper Snowflakes. Teresa Kogut, Hope for the World. This is her new market release, and I don't know why, but I just fell in love with this Santa. La-di-da, Kinder Than Necessary. Carriage House Sampling, A Matter's Choice. I'm gonna stitch the small chart. You've seen this. A Prairie Schooler, Reindeer Roundup. Another Prairie Schooler, Summer Breezes. I'm gonna stitch the small chart. See why I had a hard time narrowing down to 20. These are all good charts, right? The Prairie Schoolers, I'm gonna, both of these, I'm going to stitch on this 32 count cream Lagana. And the next is the Stitching Life from Heartstring Samplery. Plum Straight Sampler School Tidings. Both of these I'm going to try to fit on this 32 count Earthen Lugana. I'm not entirely sure I have enough. I have to measure that out first. With Thy Needle and Thread, Grand Old Flag. La-di-da and Rudolph. These two I'm going to try to get on this. I should have plenty for these two charts. 40 count Color and Cotton shiplap. Am I going too fast? Not Forgotten Farms Parson Brown, which I'm going to stitch on 40 count Patriots Brew from R&R. Isn't he cute snowman? Next, I'm going through these kind of fast. This is a Stitchrobia. Love Me When I Least Deserve It. Sometimes I love that sentiment, and I don't know, I might gift it to my husband because I feel like he needs it. I want to stitch this on this 28 count Huntress Lagana. I hope that's coming through. It's this deep, like, burgundy red. It's really pretty. I'm almost through these. the next up is Plum Straight Samplers Rack Stack, which I'm going to stitch. I don't know about this fabric, but got 32 count Riviera linen. It's really stiff though, so we'll see how that goes, but it's pretty. Somebody in one of the, I think it must have been the Stitchmania or Facebook group or one of the face group, stitched this on this fabric. That's why I picked it. Only a couple more. So this is probably number 19, is With the Needle and Thread Summer at Cherry Hill, which I'm gonna stitch on this 40 count Sandcastle. Which is really nice thread, really nice fabric. So this fabric actually, I don't think it's on here. I'm gonna link, I'll see if I can link the it's an online shop that I bought this from. Prices are reasonable. It's just got really good stock, and I think this shipped the next day. I had this really quick, like within a few days I had that fabric. And last but not least is from Shakespeare's Peddler, Antique Birds in Cages. So I love this chart, and I had bought this chart, and then somebody on Instagram, I'm gonna try to figure out who before my next video, stitched this on 32 count Bramble with Gentle Arts Carriage Black, and it's a really good combination, so I'm gonna copy it. So that's it. That's my Maynia plans. I think that on May 1st, which today's the 27th, so what's May 1st? Friday or Saturday. This is gonna be number 1, because one, it's all started, it's all kitted, because I think I only need the one color, and I think this will go relatively quick. It's 36 count. I don't know. I'm gonna see how much I get done on that day and just see how it goes. No rules for Maynia, right? So I think I am pretty tired and should probably go to bed. I hope you're all safe and at home and being well. Knock on wood, I'm just fine. Everybody in my life is just fine. That's all we can do for the time being, right? Is try to stay within our bubbles and hope for the best, I guess. I don't know. But until next time, be well and big stitchy hugs. Bye-bye.